South Korea has revealed it seized a Hong Kong-registered ship last month suspected of supplying oil to the north in breach of international sanctions. Officials said the Lighthouse Winmore had secretly transferred 600 tons of refined oil to a North Korean ship. A UN Security Council resolution bans ship-to-ship transfers of any goods destined for Pyongyang. The revelations came as China denied claims by President Donald Trump it had allowed oil shipments to the north. The ship entered Yeosu Port in South Korea on October 11 to load up with refined oil and left for Taiwan 4 days later, Yonhap news agency reported. But instead of going to Taiwan, it transferred the oil to a North Korean ship and 3 other vessels in international waters on October 19, South Korean officials were quoted as saying. This defies a UN Security Council resolution imposed on September 11. The New York Times said the transfer was captured in U.S. satellite photos, released by the U.S. Treasury in November, although the Lighthouse Winmore was not named by the Treasury. The Lighthouse Winmore was seized when it returned to Yeosu in November and remains in South Korea, South Korean officials said. There is no evidence for this, as although the Lighthouse Winmore is Hong Kong flagged, it was leased by a Taiwanese company, Billions Bunker Group Corp. Taiwan's presidential office said the company that chartered the ship was not incorporated in Taiwan, but did not say whether the firm's owner or officials are Taiwanese. The Chinese government said the accusations against it were not consistent with the facts. China has never allowed Chinese enterprises nor individuals to violate UN Security Council resolutions imposed on the DPRK, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Hua Chunying said. China handles about 90% of the North's foreign trade. There has been increasing suspicion in Washington that Chinese ships have been secretly transferring petroleum to North Korean vessels at sea. China has continued to deny this, saying it fully enforces UN resolutions against Pyongyang. On Thursday, Mr. Trump tweeted he was very disappointed with China, which he said had been caught red-handed. Caught red-handed, very disappointed that China is allowing oil to go into North Korea. There will never be a friendly solution to the North Korea problem if this continues to happen. End of Twitter post by @RealDonaldTrump. The tweet followed a report on the issue in South Korean newspaper Chosun Ilbo. Quoting South Korean government officials, the report said the illegal ship-to-ship transfers had been filmed by U.S. spy satellites about 30 times since October. President Trump told the New York Times he had been soft on trade issues with China because he wanted its help on North Korea but was now threatening to end that. He said, "Oil is going into North Korea. That wasn't my deal. If they don't help us with North Korea, then I do what I've always said I want to do." Yes, last week Beijing supported a US-drafted UN resolution that included measures to slash the North's petrol imports by up to 90%. The December 22 sanctions also refer specifically to attempts by the North to procure prohibited goods.